Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Francis Entertainment Center. And today we have more stories to tell. These ones are called High School and John's Night Out. Enjoy the video. John looks at his portrait of Liz, saying he has not seen her for days, then tells Garfield they will go to the vet to test him. At the vet, Garfield appears to be fine. Liz then shows Garfield a new scale to see his weight. Once he's placed on the scale, Garfield becomes jolted after it says rude things about him. Liz declares that he must lose 2 pounds before the end of the week or be taken to the cat spa, where he will be placed on a long, strict diet. Then asks if he can still eat lasagna, pizza, pork fried rice, and bacon wrapped in bacon. Liz then shows him a video about the spa. John and Garfield, horrified by the video, reach a deal with Liz. Garfield then eats Liz's lunch due to the video. At home, Garfield later anticipates numerous helpings of food till he gets a lettuce leaf from John. He licks the leaf and eats it disapproval. He also searches for food in the fridge. When John calls with Liz, John witnesses him with the leaf covered with whipped cream and chocolate sauce. John hangs up on Liz and gets angry with Garfield. He goes to the scale, which says he gained another pound, leaving him to lose 3 pounds. Garfield then goes to bed, getting on it tomorrow. John wonders when he will lose weight for the next day to take it seriously. In bed, Garfield, about to have a dream, tells himself that the cat spa cannot be bad. Garfield is at the cat spa in a black and white horror style, except his color is still visible. He's at the spa where he was trapped in jail and tries to escape and finds Hector. He says Nurse Psycho does not like how cats scream in terror, and Garfield tells him what she do. Hector reveals that it was him, while Garfield was scared and pleads for John to save him. Garfield tells himself to get a grip when Nurse Psycho appears, accusing him of screaming when he meant he yodeling. She then makes Garfield lose weight by letting him eat 1 pea and drink 1 drop of water and exercising. Every time he does that, he goes to the scale one at a time till the scale comes to life, evolving a monstrous scale with sharp teeth, 8 legs, giving him insults as its voice deepens. Garfield runs away while the scale chases him, and he traps him until the scale stands right in front of him, making Garfield scream. He says to him that all of his friends are here, namely his favorite foods, who suddenly show up. Garfield backs away from the living foods of the scale, who start to corner Garfield. Garfield tells all of them that he promised that he will lose weight in fear. Before he could finish, he falls to the dark abyss, screaming. Garfield then wakes up. Realizing the events were all a nightmare, he vows to lose 3 pounds immediately. Meanwhile, John calls Liz, asking her he does not know what to get Garfield to exercise, and sees Garfield running around the house and do push-ups. John, impressed, figures that he may have lost 2 pounds already. Garfield gets on the scale. It says he still needs to lose 2 pounds, then laughs evilly. Garfield loses his mind, figuring his nightmare is coming true. John, puzzled as to why this happened, eventually solves the problem by revealing that he mistakenly put the switch from the Purple Pussycat section to the pint-sized parakeet section, as he planned to have Garfield lose 2 pounds the whole time. Garfield, becoming angry and disgraced about this, making him scare John away, then delivers a scale to the zoo, tests on an elephant, and the scale overloads after saying the elephant is very fat and complains. Garfield then tells a moral to me about exercise. A crowd is gathered around a construction area. They are focused on John, who is sleepwalking on an unfinished tower's griders, managing to avoid all danger by luck. Garfield is following John, attempting in vain to wake him up by frantically pressing a button on a controller. Garfield then addresses to me, quickly going back to the beginning of the story. During the flashback, John is suffering from insomnia and tries several methods to fall asleep. After everything he tries fails, he resorts to watching television, where he finds a commercial for a sleep therapist named Dr. Somnambulu, who specializes in hypnosis. Desperate, John tries his services. Dr. Somnambulu attempts to hypnotize John, which works, despite Arbuckle's claims that it would not. Somnambulu programs John to sleep when he hears the buzz from a remote controller. He is inadvertently programmed to instead fall asleep upon hearing Odie's bark. Somnambulo gives Garfield the buzzer and warns him that people use hypnosis tend to sleepwalk. Odie's barking caused several mishaps for John, such as falling asleep during a green traffic light and falling asleep while helping Liz practice her speech she is giving next week to her club, the Veterinarians Association. When it comes to bedtime, Garfield, still unaware that John is programmed to Odie's bark, tries to put John asleep with the buzzer. It is only when Odie comes in that John falls asleep. During the night, John gets up from bed and begins to sleepwalk. Garfield and Odie hear him leave and chase him around town before Arbuckle ends up in a construction site. Resuming the beginning, Garfield continues to try and wake Arbuckle up, while Odie barks at the two of them. This causes John to repeatedly switch between being asleep and being awake. Garfield notices this and tells Odie to stop barking. John then proceeds to walk toward the end of an overhanging beam. Garfield has Odie bark one more time, permanently waking John. John gets scared by the height as he is at and loses his balance, falling off the building. Firefighters arrive and spread out in nets, with John falling into it. Later, Dr. Somnambulo undergoes the hypnosis, with Garfield secretly making his own personal adjustment. Next day, John claims that his insomnia is gone. Being well rested, plans to go for a walk instead of making lasagna for Garfield. Garfield's personal adjustment has Odie barking, make Arbuckle do otherwise.